He's realising just why so many people talk so many good things about Robbie Brookside. He's a British wrestler whose name is literally known around the globe. A man who holds a pinfall victory over Chris Jericho. A man who's wrestled in continental Europe and in Japan. And there goes the bell for round 2. So round 3, starting off with a finger interlock test of strength. No, Brookside not interested in that. Kicks the hand away and we're back to a vertical base. Great spin round into an elbow to the back of the head. Now a front face lock. Brookside releases that. Another elbow to the neck. As I said, this being fought under traditional British wrestling rules. And Brookside did not go. Generally, you flip yourself over. You go with that move to avoid hurting your arm, which exactly is what Brookside's done there. He didn't go with the move, and he's certainly feeling it now. That just whips the arm round. And as I said, generally it's better to go with the momentum and virtually flip yourself over. And now a short arm scissors. Not something I've seen out of Billy Kidman before, but a short arm scissors. Reminiscent of a move popularised by Bob Backlund, the old WWF World Champion in the 80s there. Brookside now rolls through, relieving the pressure, but now a cross arm lock attempt by Kidman. He's really working on that left arm. He's found a chink in the armour perhaps of Brookside, has he? Another characteristic of British wrestling there, you pick out a body part and you work on that body part. Kidman's still working on that arm, but now, oh, look at that. Brookside manages to get Kidman to release that by flipping his own body round into a head scissors. Referee asking Kidman what he says. Kidman not saying a word, refusing to submit from that, but not necessarily a submission move this, but certainly one that's going to restrict the flow of air, cause a tremendous amount of pain, and generally just wear down your opponent. You might get a submission now, actually. He's got that arm linked in. Kidman trying to fight it off. Just pummeling Brookside's arm, trying to release the hold. And Kidman makes his own way out of the hold as the bell rescues him to a degree. Again, you'd have to say that round went to Brookside. Yeah, Robbie Brookside, as I was saying, a man very proud of his British heritage and British wrestling in general. And I think he'd like nothing more than to be facing an American here under British rules, showing Kidman what traditional, old-school British wrestling is all about. The type of wrestling that made this country famous around the globe. Nice chain wrestling there into a hammerlock. Brookside trying to get out of it, but he can't at this moment. Kidman really grinding that in. Now really stretching those shoulders over. He's trying to get the shoulders down for a pinfall attempt. And Brookside has to twist his body right round now in a very uncomfortable position. And Kidman now trying to just bend that wrist right back. Very simple but very painful hold. Brookside now alleviates the pressure again by getting on top of Kidman. He was trying for a chin lock or a modified camel clutch there, but Kidman flips him off. And he's back in control, using that knee as a lever on the elbow to bend it against the joint. Nice move from Brookside, but Kidman still holding on to that arm. How about that? Brookside slamming his opponent, thinking that'll be the end of it, but no. Through all of that, Kidman held on to the arm. Beautifully done. Billy Kidman really showing us something here. Really, you don't want to let your opponent know how badly you've been hurt. Brookside now asking for a handshake. See no reason why we won't get a clean handshake. There we go. Oh, I stand corrected. Kidman grabbing the arm and working over that arm again. A few boos in the crowd for that one. That was... well, this one's been fought in a quite good spirit so far, but I think Kidman turning up the heat a little. Wanting to win this one. Wanting to take the belt back to America with him. Driving knees down onto that arm, although Brookside gets out of the way of the last one, but Kidman has certainly found a target in Robbie Brookside's left arm. Robbie Brookside now looks like he's found a target in Kidman's left knee. Definitely, nice drop kick to the knee. Not something you really expect to receive, so you're not going to really brace your leg for it, but Kidman now in trouble, and an old school British figure four being locked on by Brookside. Into what's almost an STF there now. But again, he's tying up Billy Kidman, tying him up in knots. Kidman gets to the ropes. And you have to think, if it wasn't for the ropes, would that have been it? I can't see how Billy Kidman would have got himself out of that maneuver. And yeah, he's asking the referee to get Brookside back. He's definitely in trouble. And you might as well paint a bullseye on that leg, because it is a target right now. And he's really in a lot of trouble now, Billy Kidman. And if there's one man who knows how to pick out a body part and work on it, it's Brookside. Single leg Boston Crab. And Kidman is nowhere near the ropes. Can he get out of this, or are we going to get a result for Robbie Brookside here? Crossing those legs over, and now again that bow and arrow hold, almost a variation thereof. But Kidman's got hold of that left arm. Beautiful. Again, bending the elbow against the joint. So round 6. Of a possible 12 rounds to crown the first RQW heavyweight champion. Twisted Genius, Dean Ayers here with you in the commentary booth as we await a little bit of history being made. Who's going to be made the first champ? Brookside again going for that knee. Classic British wrestling, targeting a body part. locking it over with his own leg as a bar. Now, nicely done. Look at this. Rolls over into a surfboard variety, a variation of that move. And Kidman, near the ropes, is going to say if he got an arm out, that would be it. And he did manage to release himself from that hold. I wonder if Brookside will try that again later, nearer the middle of the ring. But the way he just turned Kidman into that took Kidman very much by surprise. You could see the look on his face there. He was not expecting that. Went for that top wrist lock, but Brookside used his height advantage. Hard posting by Brookside into that corner. Spins Kidman round into a belly-to-belly suplex. Slight delay in covering him there may have cost Brookside dearly, but he's still in control over Billy Kidman. Trying to push those shoulders down. Nice wrestler's bridge by Billy Kidman to get himself out of that pinning predicament. The strength in the back and the neck and the shoulders there to hoist himself up. Now it's Brookside down on the mat and in trouble. This is a great back and forth contest. The advantage has gone to and fro. They're very evenly matched here. Great match. As I said, this is the first time these two have ever faced each other. And I'm sure that at the end of this match, they're both going to go back to their respective hometowns and sing the praises of their opponent. This is a great match we're seeing here. Rams that shoulder into the corner pad. And then Brookside kicks to the knee. I mean, we've got both the guys have obviously targeted a body part on the opponent. Brookside's left arm, Kidman's left knee. And each time the other man tries for an offensive move, they're leaving that limb open for attack. And the bell brings a halt to the action on another pretty even round. Both these men fantastically conditioned athletes. This match taking its toll. And when you've got 12 rounds scheduled, as we're at the halfway point of this match now, as we enter round 7, 12 matches scheduled, conditioning and stamina and fitness will play a part. Brookside furiously kicking away at that leg. He did have trials to be a footballer as a kid with his beloved Everton. And again, targeting that leg. Kidman trying to push Brookside off with his feet. Now he's yanking back on Brookside's head just to take the balance of, take Brookside's natural balance off and make him forget about cranking back on Kidman's leg. But Brookside fights his way out and he's back in control. Oh, look at this. Using his own left leg as a bar and a lever, and now pulling back on the neck as well. Almost like a stump puller of sorts, the way the pressure is working on the body there. Grapevining that leg now, stretching out, trying to hyperextend the knee joint. But they've rolled into the ropes and it must break if they can untangle. Yep, they're just trying to untangle their legs there. And Kidman looking the worse for wear between the two of them from that leg, finding it hard to support himself at times. Look at that. Brookside went for the clothesline. Kidman attacked the left leg. Kidman attacked the left arm of Brookside. Brookside attacks the left leg of Kidman. As I said, each time one man goes for an offensive move, they leave that weak point open for attack. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. It's matches like this, as Brookside hits a big vertical suplex, it's matches like this that make you realise why wrestling has been described by people like the late great Gordon Soley as a game of human chess, because this really is, as the bell ends round 7, this really is a tactical struggle this has become now. Both men pretty evenly matched physically. So here we go for round 8, and Kidman looking in trouble already, holding on to that rope as he came out with his head down, this sign of low morale. And well, as we said, it's just a matter of left arm and left leg targeting that weakness. Great drop kick by Kidman, but how much has that taken out of that leg? A lot by the looks of it. Goes for the cover. Just a 2 count. You have to wonder if that has actually disadvantaged Kidman more than it has Brookside. Bulldog headlock. Great move. Took Brookside by surprise. Just a 2 count. Kidman turning it up a notch. I think he can tell that he's in trouble. Great fall of, whoa, nearly just a 2 count. Great slam down there. And now Kidman goes up to the top. A risky move, but he's really got to play his trump cards. Cross body block. Brookside rolls through. And that's it. It's all over. The risk did not pay off, and Billy Kidman, his own momentum took him over. Robbie Brookside crowned the first champion.
Real Quality Wrestling heavyweight champion.
What a great contest we've seen. Robbie Brookside has become the first RQW heavyweight champion.
Well, Jody Fleisch is back in Portsmouth one more time. This time for some 4-way action. And you know what? Let me just think about this for a minute. Pac, I've beat Pac. Maximilian Voltage, I beat him right here last time I was here. Johnny Storm, I've beaten him so many times it's getting tiring. So I guess there's only one thing left for the Phoenix to do, and that's beat them all at the same time. Johnny Storm, Pac, Max Voltage, tonight, you get taken to Seoul, Phoenix style.
The human dynamo, Max Voltage, is pumped and happy to be here as he makes his way around ringside in typical explosive fashion. Voltage getting ready to partake in a 4-way matchup. Pitting the homegrown academy talent against 3 of the top wrestlers, the top high flyers in the UK, and this man is without a shadow of a doubt one of them. An absolutely phenomenal talent, this young man, Pac, hailing from Newcastle, boasting a Herculean physique and an absolutely mind-boggling selection of manoeuvres. This man can absolutely defy gravity. They call him the man that gravity forgot. The third man, of course, Perhaps needs no introduction, but nevertheless he is one of the most prominent wrestlers in the UK today, wrestling almost every night somewhere around the country. The Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm. The master of the Rewind Rana.
And their opponent.
And the Wonder Whirl. He stands in the ring as he awaits the arrival of his perennial arch rival, that being the Phoenix, Jody Fleisch. And Voltage and Fleisch went one-on-one at the very first Academy Supercard. A month later, Voltage also took on the Wonder Kid and Johnny Storm. Pac, however, recently making his Academy debut against Aviv Mayan. This will be the first time all four wrestlers are together in a ring. There's the Phoenix, Jody Fleisch, who recently wrestled Pac up north. And the Phoenix making his way around ringside. Ever beloved, one of the most charismatic wrestlers in the UK scene.
Introducing first, from Portsmouth, weighing 170 pounds, he is the human dynamo, Max Voltage! And his opponent from Newcastle, he is the man that gravity forgot, Pac! And from Harlow in Essex, the Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm! And from London, he is the Phoenix, Jody Fleisch!
Let's go, come on.
The crowd ready to make a bit of noise at the beginning of this four-way contest. And, well, just a second. Pac and Fleisch jumping the two younger and less experienced wrestlers, that being Pac and Voltage, and Fleisch and Storm on the outside, and we got stereo dives from Voltage and Pac, both taking to the air simultaneously, both with the same idea. And Pac and Voltage eyeing each other up. And goodness me, Voltage landing on his feet from that backdrop. Beautiful crucifix head scissors, but my God, Pac can absolutely fly. Incredible moonsault drop kick, and Voltage pushing Pac out of the way, perhaps saving his bacon, but sending Storm to the outside. Voltage with a waist lock, landing on his feet from a German suplex attempt. Another waist lock. Pac reversing. Unbelievable. Back somersault. Voltage going behind. Both wrestlers eyeing each other up, but a pair of kicks as they attempt to take to the skies one more time. Fleisch and Storm cutting them off. And those two attempted topes not hitting their mark. Beautiful double teaming from Storm and Fleisch. As that moonsault arm drag and standing shooting star press failed to meet their mark. Johnny Storm cutting off Fleisch, however. Shot blocked. And the fantastic 4 from Storm as he scores with that beautiful head scissors. Irish whip from the Stormer. Jody with a little double stomp there and a beautiful Asai moonsault. A kick out there from Johnny Storm. An unbelievable 4 rotation shooting star press by Pac. Hurricane Rana out of nowhere from Voltage. And Voltage arching backwards. He's got some kind of leg-based choke on Pac. And just a second, Jody Fleisch choking him by the throat, but Johnny Storm latching on a Boston Crab. And surely this submission is in no way legal. Not entirely sure what it is, but either way, it's broken up now. The crowd making some noise as Johnny Storm drops Jody Fleisch with a Michinoku driver, and he's looking for that middle rope moonsault he favours. Fleisch has it counted, however. Voltage 450 missing its mark, however. And Voltage down. Pac climbing to the top rope, and this can only be something mind-boggling and unbelievable. Phoenix splash into a 630. Absolutely mind-boggling stuff. And Jody Fleisch looking for the shooting star. Landing on his feet, however. And a hard chop. Both wrestlers on the top rope. Slight overbalancing there by Fleisch, who puts him back up, but Pac now with enough time to get his wits about him. A series of forearms. Pac and Fleisch fighting on the top rope. Jody landing on his feet. And unbelievable! That straight jump into a top rope Rana. Incredible stuff. And Fleisch looking for a tight cover. And Pac kicking out. Jody landing on the apron. Voltage getting blocked. Pac blocking that kick, however. And a hard kick to the top of the head. Jody being taken down with a powerbomb as Storm bursts through and catches Fleisch with that enormous maneuver. Waistlock. And Voltage scoring with a forearm, though perhaps not on the intended recipient. And a roll up now. And a kick out. And a kick out at the very last second. Pac with a kick to the back, however. Voltage thought he'd won. And Pac scoring with the Emerald Frozen.
That's it!
Dropping Voltage on his head. Climbing to the top rope.
Two of the hardest hitters from Ring of Honor, CM Punk and Samoa Joe, about to lock it up here at International Showdown momentarily. What a matchup this is going to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is sponsored by FWA Manchester. It is set for one fall. Introducing first,
and here comes CM Punk, about to make his way down to ringside here in Coventry.
making his way to the ring, CM Punk.
Well, CM Punk, 6 years now a pro. He's appeared in TNA, Ring of Honor, IWA Mid-South, FWA. He's a two-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion with Colt Cabana, who was over in England earlier. In 2004, actually, he was over. He had a long-running feud with Raven that crossed over into several promotions. And one thing to note, although he's never managed to beat Samoa Joe, if there's one place he's going to do it, it'll be in England, I think, because he's got a very good record in England. He holds victories over Colt Cabana, Raven, and a pinfall over Doug Williams as well, which is no mean feat.
Indeed, this man with some very, very impressive credentials, no question about that. He's a two-time IWA Mid-South Light Heavyweight Champion and a five-time IWA Mid-South Heavyweight
And his
Champion.
opponent,
And here comes one of my favorite people in the wrestling business, Samoa Joe. 6'2", 280 pounds. He's got a 60-pound weight advantage on Punk.
Samoa Joe.
Debuted in the same year, 99, and is famous for being the longest reigning Ring of Honor champion of all time. He held that belt for an incredible 18 months. From March 2003 to December 2004, 31 successful defenses of that title, Aben. And that includes wins over Doug Williams, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, AJ Styles, and CM Punk.
You talk about a tough individual, you've got to be talking about Samoa Joe. This young man trained by Cincinnati Red back in 1999, and he was the third Ring of Honor champion, as a matter of fact. A very, very impressive individual, and is no stranger to the spotlights. As a matter of fact, in 1984, he participated in the opening ceremonies of the Olympic Games.
When he was just 5 years old. How about that?
The bell sounds, and we're ready for action here. These two guys, as you said, Dean, know each other very, very well, have fought on several occasions.
Well, they had two famous 60-minute time limit draws over the Ring of Honor World title last year. Joe finally managed to defeat Punk on the third attempt in a no time limit match. And as I said, Punk has never beaten Joe. Will tonight be his lucky night? Will England prove lucky for Punk? Or will Joe overcome him again? I've noticed Punk's right leg heavily, or the thigh is heavily strapped. Obviously something not quite right there. I wonder if Joe will be going for that leg.
Yes, his leg is very heavily taped. And Joe, being the consummate ring professional that he is, you would expect him to draw a bullseye on it and focus on it throughout this contest. We're going to have to wait and see what happens here. And CM Punk would be wise to utilize his superior speed and quickness advantage over the much larger CM Punk. As you said, a 60-pound weight advantage for Samoa Joe.
You know something, Aiden? You know what I'd do if I had a bad right leg?
But
I'd take the left one up. It's a bad move. You're telegraphing that you've got an injury there. But then again, that's why I'm a twisted genius and you're not.
Samoa Joe now out wrestling CM Punk there in the early stages of the contest. And one thing about Samoa Joe, regardless of his big size, you would expect him to be an all-out power wrestler, but he's a very well-rounded individual in the ring.
Oh, he can do it all. He can. You don't hold a championship like the Ring of Honor belt for 18 months by luck. Now tell me something. This straight edge lifestyle that Punk's known for. How does that benefit you in the wrestling ring? You know, he says no drugs, no alcohol, no promiscuous sex.
Well, he apparently thinks he's above everybody else with his healthy living and his lifestyle that he leads.
I mean, let's face it, I mean, if it wasn't for promiscuous sex, half the people in attendance here tonight wouldn't exist.
Well, I don't know about that.
You've never been to a Coventry on a night out then, have you?
No, unfortunately not, but you may take me out after the show.
Well, I'm going to be going out with Samoa Joe to celebrate victory, you know, with a few Mai Tais, that kind of thing afterwards.
CM Punk now avoiding contact with Joe earlier on, trying to break the momentum of the big man.
So that means that CM Punk he's never had a night out on the lash.
Well, I wouldn't suspect so, being he's all clean living and all of that.
He doesn't know what he's missing.
Greco-Roman knuckle-lock now applied in the center of the ring. Samoa Joe going for that left thigh of CM Punk, and what a devastating shot right to the face. An open hand slap there by Joe, but as you said earlier, the right thigh of CM Punk taped up. So Joe focusing on the left and trying to totally incapacitate his opponent. And these fans all over CM Punk here in Coventry, and he's not going to take too kindly to that.
Let's face it, when Joe hits you, you know about it. You do not mess with this man.
Side headlock now applied by CM Punk. And it's going to be interesting to see whether or not CM Punk can execute the Pepsi plunge on Samoa Joe, being that Samoa Joe has that low center of gravity.
And of course 60 pounds on him, as we said. Very interesting indeed.
Wrist lock now applied, Greco-Roman knuckle lock, excuse me, by CM Punk. And one thing that you can do when a guy is stronger than you, as Joe breaks CM Punk down to the canvas, or attempts to, is you work on one of his arms and try to diminish the strength of the arm and negate that power advantage. Joe now bridging out of that pinning predicament, and CM Punk laying all of his weight down on Samoa Joe. And great neck strength being shown here by Samoa Joe.
Well, you were saying about the agility of the man, and I think that's a demonstration of it there. How many other 280-pound men, that's 20 stone. How many people of that weight could make a bridge like that?
Joe now on the receiving end of a devastating forearm as CM Punk walks up top, moonsault off the ropes right into the hip lock. Tremendous agility shown by this young man, but a kick out there by Joe.
Great move by Punk, reminiscent of the late great Owen Hart.
Series of arm drags there by both men. Drop toe hold by Joe. And oh my goodness, what a shot to the side of the head, but CM Punk counters with a roll up and gets a 2 count.
I don't know if he connected there or if Punk managed to get out of the way, but that certainly landed, as did that.
Stiff kicks right to the solar plexus.
Joe doesn't look amused, does he?
And Joe is not one person that you want to tick off, no question about that. He is one mean individual, and those shots having no effect at all, but those shots having some effect on CM Punk. Check out those kicks, and into Guri right to the back of the head. What agility.
And did you see the look on Joe's face as he was delivering those kicks?
Samoa Joe taking CM Punk back to his feet as this crowd gets into this matchup.
They want to see the ole ole kick.
What a chop right to the back.
Over.
But that kick countered nicely there by CM Punk.
Nicely done. I mean, these two guys wrestled each other many times. Punk definitely knows what's happening. He definitely knows what to expect from Joe, because there's twice now that he's managed to counter those kicks of the big Samoan.
And with two opponents who know each other so well, as in many other cases, it's going to be the case, I believe, of one mistake is all it's going to take to end this match. As a beautiful counter out of the side headlock there by Samoa Joe moments ago, but CM Punk, to his credit, maintains control with a side headlock.
I think Joe is going to go more for the approach of just wearing his opponent down with that hard-hitting offense, especially with that injured right thigh bullseye, as we've said earlier on Punk there.
Head scissors now applied by Joe, and when you're trapped in a head scissors by a guy the size of Joe who's got tree trunks for legs, it's going to be quite a task to get out of it. But CM Punk trying his best, and indeed breaks out of the head scissors nicely. He's got the legs of Joe crisscrossed, and then the drop kick right to the face by CM Punk.
I have to correct you there. He's got tree trunks for arms. He has children for legs. Nice dodge.
Snapmare takeover by Joe. And he shows CM Punk how it's done. The chop to the back of the neck, the kick to the chest, and the knee drop right to the face. And this could do it. The leg is hooked, but nonchalantly, and a 2 count is all he can get CM Punk, regardless of his size, Joe cannot take him. He cannot take him lightly. CM Punk, a tremendously tough individual, Dean.
Oh, he's definitely tough, but Joe's the man as far as I'm concerned. I mean, as I said, those legs could be living as independent creatures of their own. They're that big. He is an immense man.
CM Punk now being beaten down in the corner by Samoa Joe.
Now this does not look good for Punk. This could be a face, yes it is, face wash. Scraping that boot across the face, and that's going to hurt. Here we go for the big one. Straight in the corner.
And the knee drop right to the face in the corner, and CM Punk with nowhere to go. Samoa Joe, known as one of the most vicious competitors in the sport, and you just saw it right there. He's going to do it one more time. Look out, oh my goodness, and that one took him right outside the ring.
Straight through the ropes. And look at Punk.
He is down in the corner.
Sorry, I mean, his head slumped on the turnbuckle pad there. Exhausted. And this is what I mean, the heavy-hitting offense of Samoa Joe just wears opponents down. He just grinds them down until there's nothing left, and then he can pin them.
And CM Punk in trouble. There's a cover by Joe. A 2 count is all he gets, however, again, did not hook the leg. That may have cost him there, but CM Punk is going to have to turn things around. He cannot take too much of that high-impact offense from Samoa Joe, or it's going to be over quickly.
You're right, Eamon. It is all Samoa Joe at the moment. Punk is definitely on the back foot.
Those ropes literally holding up CM Punk after those vicious chops. That third one takes him down to the canvas.
You have to wonder, looking at this match, that how much of an impact, how much of a factor the weight difference is, because especially with those chops, you can really tell the difference in stature between these two men, and that weight, the power behind those chops and punches and kicks and clotheslines is really going to tell and really going to take an effect on Punk.
CM Punk, now to his credit though, trying to fight back. Perhaps his strategy is to outlast the much larger Samoa Joe and come back on him at a later stage in the contest. But if this offense keeps up from Joe, it's going to be over quickly. Here comes CM Punk, knee in the corner, into the side headlock takedown. Nicely done.
You talking about some... you talking about some kind of a rope wrestling rope out there. Let's see if Joe can get it with this one. No, you're talking about like wearing Joe down by just taking all of his offense.
Well, to a certain extent, his strategy may be just to outlast Joe and take as much offense as he can dish out.
No one can take too much offense from Samoa Joe. He's that hard-hitting. He's that powerful.
Well, we're seeing that right now, but a drop-toe hold there by CM Punk nonetheless. CM Punk very cagey. When you think you've got him, he can come back on you in a split second, but over the top rope he goes to the apron. Shoulder block to the gun and a hot shot off the ropes. And now it's Samoa Joe who's down on the canvas, and the helo over the top by CM Punk, and now it's Joe who's in trouble.
Second win for Punk. He took his opportunity with that drop toe hold onto the ropes, followed by the hot shot, as you say, and he's finally got Joe down on the ground and maybe cut down to size.
And now is the time for CM Punk to keep the offense on Joe. Nice reverse neckbreaker, nicely done by CM Punk. The leg is hooked, but not enough weight on the shoulders, and Samoa Joe kicks out.
That neckbreaker could definitely be setting his opponent up for the Pepsi plunge, but again you have to question, a man of Joe's size isn't going to be easy to maneuver up to the top rope in the first place.
Beautiful suplex there by CM Punk, showing great power, getting Samoa Joe up in the air and dropping him down on the canvas again. All the impact on the back of the head and neck of Samoa Joe. CM Punk now in quite a command over the former Ring of Honor champion. This could be the night that CM Punk earns his first victory over Samoa Joe. And check out those chops right across the chest.
I don't think so. I think we're going to see another Joe victory. He's just too good for CM Punk.
Rapid fire shots in the corner by CM Punk. And CM Punk has turned up the intensity here. You can see it in his eyes. Drop kick right to the back of the head. This could be it. No, 2 count only.
I think Punk's been inspired by our visitors from Japan with those chops. Reminiscent of Kenta Kobashi.
And indeed, we will see some of the top stars from Pro Wrestling Noah out here pretty soon in that big 6-man tag team matchup scheduled tonight. But right now, CM Punk doing the wise thing, wearing down Samoa Joe. He's got him down on the canvas, and when you're on the canvas, you're all the same size, but Samoa Joe getting his foot on that bottom rope.
Good strategy by Punk. It gives him a chance to get a breather, to regroup, rethink his strategy, because whatever Punk's strategy going into this match was, it hasn't worked.
Side Russian leg sweep there by CM Punk. Again, the impact to the back of the head. This could do it, but a very lax lateral press. And the arrogance of CM Punk shining through. You're not going to beat a guy like Samoa Joe with a cover like that. This crowd getting behind CM Punk nonetheless as Samoa Joe tries to get back to his feet. CM Punk measuring him here. And he telegraphed it, gets elevated over the top rope.
Oh, I was going to say, talk about telegraphing it. No, Joe isn't going to.
Look out here, my goodness! A tope right through the ropes. Onto CM Punk by Joe. Tremendous agility shown by the 280-pounder. And when you get hit by a guy that size coming at you through the ropes, that's got to be it for CM Punk. You have to believe, Dean.
That's amazing. That's like someone slingshotting a cow at you. Just see this huge slab of meat fly towards your general direction. That's amazing. I've never seen someone of that size do a move like that. And Joe is setting up a chair in the middle of the floor, and I don't think it's to sit Punk down for a chat.
This cannot be good news for CM Punk as he gets thrown right into that guardrail on the outside.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking here?
We could see what's going to happen here. CM Punk in trouble. Here we go.
Right round the ring we go.
CM Punk, his tank has got to be running on E. What a beating he's taken so far. There's a cover too, and I can't believe CM Punk kicked up. Samoa Joe a little bit frustrated here, and rightfully so. What else is he going to have to do to defeat CM Punk here tonight? CM Punk may not be denied. Man, what a chop. Joe with a head of steam, but he gets caught. Oh my goodness, what a DDT.
Grapevine DDT.
2.5 count only, though. I can't believe it. The head of Joe spiked right into the canvas on that grapevine DDT. Wrist lock now applied into the hammerlock.
Nice.
Beautiful clothesline takedown there by CM Punk.
Punk's going up top. Moonsault. Yes.
And he hits it right across the chest. The leg is hooked. 2 count only once again. What else is CM Punk going to have to do to defeat Samoa Joe here tonight?
It's now Punk's turn to unload the heavy artillery, and it's failed to put Joe away.
Beautiful power slam by Joe. This could be it too. And no, 2.5 count only. Beautiful snap power slam there by Samoa Joe, but CM Punk, to his credit, kicking up, but up he goes in the power bomb right into the pinning position too. No, I can't believe it. But Joe hooking in the STF, and this could be it.
How about that from the powerbomb into an STF? Never seen that before. Fantastic offense. From a heavy-duty offensive power move into a submission, Punk doesn't know what's hit him. He doesn't know which part of his body's aching more at this stage.
CM Punk with absolutely nowhere to go. He's trapped in the ring trying to inch his way to the ropes.
See, if he'd had a brandy beforehand, I'm sure it wouldn't hurt this much.
My goodness, Samoa Joe just dropped all of his weight down on the lower back and kidneys. This could do it, but no, 2 count only once again after that senton by Joe. And Joe again looking frustrated here, Dean. He can't believe that he hasn't put away CM Punk up until this point.
True, but if you look at the two men, who's in the worst condition? Look at Punk using the ropes to slide himself up. Joe on his own feet independently.
Beautiful tornado DDT right off the ropes there by CM Punk out of nowhere. Could this be it? No. Take another look at this DDT, tornado DDT off the ropes. Samoa Joe again for the second time, spiking the head of Samoa Joe into the canvas. Devastating move by CM Punk, but Joe somehow survived it, and now CM Punk trying to get back on the offense. Joe now literally being held up by the top turnbuckle, and we could
I think he's going for the Pepsi plunge, isn't he, Eamon?
Indeed he is. Will he be able to get Samoa Joe up in the Pepsi plunge?
The trouble is, at this stage, Joe looks like he's absolute dead weight. Even if he isn't, he'd be acting dead weight so as to make it as difficult as possible for Punk to hit the move.
And CM Punk is certainly having difficulties hooking him up in the Pepsi plunge, as you can see.
He's trying.
Sunset flip off the ropes, perhaps. But no, a modified Hurricane Rana of sorts there by Joe. And
a big clothesline. That's got to be it. No!
I can't believe it. You talk about a decapitating clothesline. We just saw it right there from Samoa Joe, but my goodness, CM Punk somehow survived it, and I don't know how.
Neither do I. That was a devastating move because Punk had put so much energy into trying to haul Joe up to the top for that Pepsi plunge and failed, and he tried to counter it into a powerbomb, and that failed. And then after all of that, to get hit with a clothesline of that force, the fact that Punk is still in this match is an incredible achievement in its own.
These two guys pulling out all the stops in this contest, this battle of two of the biggest stars in Ring of Honor here at International Showdown, being presented by the Wrestling Channel. And up goes CM Punk across the shoulders of Samoa Joe, but he counters out of it into the Enziguri, but Joe doesn't go down. And a shot to the knee takes him down, however. CM Punk with a Shining Wizard right to the side of the head of Samoa Joe. This could do it.
But Joe's in the ropes, he moves him out, but good move. No.
Another near fall there for CM Punk.
Maybe the fact that he had to move Joe gave Joe that little bit of time and that bit of a wake-up call to kick out. But either way, he couldn't put Joe away.
Indeed, a great point there, Dean. Those momentary seconds may have cost CM Punk on that last exchange. As CM Punk steps onto the apron, and he could be setting him up for the Pepsi plunge once again. He tried it once and couldn't do it.
Definitely, but Joe is that little bit more weakened than before now.
Indeed, the second time may be the charm. He has him in position, got the double underhook locked in, but can't execute the move. Joe is simply too powerful for CM Punk to complete the move.
Absolutely, Joe is just totally dead weight, going dead weight on Punk, but now we've got a brawl in a very dangerous spot, and he's going for it for a third time, I think, Eamon.
Indeed he is, and this could do it. What a physical match this has been. Both these men in precarious position. A drop kick, crotches CM Punk on the ropes.
Is he going for the muscle buster?
He is indeed. He's trying to get him up in it, and he's got him in position. Nowhere for CM Punk to go. This could do it.
Oh, that's got to be it. Yes, it is. And CM Punk once again falls in defeat to Samoa Joe. He just can't beat this man, Eamon.
What a matchup it's been between Samoa Joe and CM Punk. That muscle buster was all that CM Punk could take, however. His head and neck literally compressed into the canvas.
Let's just see
look at this.
Just take a look. Nowhere to go, nowhere to cushion the impact or anything for Punk. Straight down on the back of that neck. He's out. Look at that. He is out of it. You could count to 100 and Punk would still be lying there.
And the former Ring of Honor champion giving a great accounting of himself here tonight in International Showdown against CM Punk. Nonetheless, give Punk credit, a great effort on his part.
So much for straight edge, hey. They'll be out celebrating with Joe after this.
CM Punk's going to have to go back to his Pepsi's backstage, I think, and go right back to the drawing board. Nonetheless, neither man with anything to be ashamed of. A great effort by both participants as Joe extends his hand to CM Punk. These fans showing respect for both these athletes. A great matchup here in Coventry.
Maybe one day Punk will beat Joe. You look at the great feuds. Tommy Dreamer eventually pinned Raven. It took a while, but he got there. Could this be similar?
Again, Samoa Joe! A great victory for Samoa Joe here tonight at International Showdown over the very gallant CM Punk.
Well, last month I had a meeting with Sean Herbert and I'm pleased to announce that LGN Wrestling has signed a TV deal with the Wrestling Channel.
This is London.
These are dangerous days.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've only just joined us, we're currently in the middle of the Magic versus Johnny Kidd. Now, after an initial phase of seeing how each of them fared, Johnny Kidd was able to find some success in strategically striking both the groin and calf muscles of Magic. Magic, however, managed to take a shortcut, and as we went to the advert break, was in control. However, as you can see right now, Johnny Kidd, courtesy of a jawbreaker, is currently back on top. Magic struggling to get to his feet, managed to do it by the 4 count. And Johnny Kidd there with a modified version of the chicken wing. Very aggressive crossface right there. The bone of his arm just forcing the bridge of the nose into Magic's face. I'll tell you one thing, look at that. He has got those knuckles clasped tight. Magic phasing. Oh, Magic able to slip out of the grip, deliver an elbow, and now has the wrist. Trying to force Kidd to the ground, which worked. Oh, strategic strike there to the shoulder, and another. Magic now trying to weaken the left arm of Johnny Kidd, applying the pressure, but Johnny Kidd got the leg and going for a British figure 4 there, pulling down the way and forces his entire body weight across it. Again, another strike against the calves there of Magic. Oh, no, stamp on the fingers. Hey, why not?
He's doing it to me, referee.
Well, Johnny Kidd said it himself. Magic's playing dirty. If that's the road he wants to go down, Johnny Kidd will meet him halfway. Lock up again. Full Nelson. When applied properly, this move can be very sapping. Magic, though, trying to find a reversal, and there it is. Excellent technique. Oh, and a full Nelson himself. Well, Johnny Kidd trying to reach around. Johnny Kidd looking for technique himself. It looks like he was going for the technique that Magic used earlier, but Magic able to keep it away. Oh, there's a striker. Controversial one of that. Johnny Kidd went for kind of a flip dive of sorts there. I suppose it was all or nothing, and sadly it was nothing. He missed the dive, and Magic might be able to take the advantage here. There's a forearm smash there to the lower back, followed by a knee. Magic there, driving the point to the knee multiple times. There's the hat trick. And look at that. Arching the arm. He's trying to pull on the neck. Magic looking at any way he can just to slow down Johnny Kidd. And looking at Kidd, I think he might have got the job done. Fans trying to get behind Kidd. He felt it, got the wrist lock, got the control. And now, oh, he's got the leg. He's managed to isolate Magic here. Magic potentially helpless. This looks like a Mexican surfboard maneuver. He's got the arms. Can he get him over? Magic looking quite desperate right there. Does not want to go over. managed to slip out. Excessive sweat there on Magic. Oh, Magic there. Caught the wrist lock on the way into the lockup. Oh, backbreaker. I thought he was going for the wrist lock, but he could see that he had Johnny Kidd at his mercy. Quick pinfall attempt. One. Kick out there at one. I'm not surprised that Kidd kicked out, but then again, Magic sending a message straight to Kidd, telling him why he's there to get a 1-2-3, get the first victory on his LDN win column. Throws him hard into the turnbuckle. Driving of the elbow right there to the pinpoint on the back of the neck. Oh! Well, there's a football strike right there to the kidneys. And another stomp into the same area. Magic has a very focused game plan. He is just trying to wear down Johnny Kidd slowly but surely, but yet it's not enough. As you can see, Johnny Kidd, several spunk on him, standing drop kick. Magic drops like a sack of potatoes. Snapmare back down. Oh! Stretching the facial features. And there's another neck stomp there on Magic. The fans can sense that Johnny Kidd with the momentum definitely building up. Magic to his feet. Oh! Old school nerve lock. This will slow you down. He just kicked out and he finally got the surfboard. On his first attempt to the surfboard, he slipped out. The second time he got it, and Magic is in trouble, and he knows it. Oh, now going for the body scissors. Continuing the abuse there on the tailbone. Johnny Kidd there with the body scissors. And Magic trying to find his way out, but again, Johnny Kidd able to throw Magic down. Magic, as well as being in a hold, is desperate, trying to put an ankle pick right there, trying to get momentum. Oh, he slipped out. Dropped the back of his arm across the knee of Johnny Kidd. Now that was very interesting. Johnny Kidd had the body scissors, possibly one of the strongest locks you could have on someone. Magic had the ankle pick at the same time, trying to free himself. Finally managed to free himself. Quick drop of the elbow onto the leg, and it's led him to be in control. Good body slam for measure, and now Magic thinks it's time to take it to the third gear. Climbs to the second rope. For a leg drop, but Johnny Kidd able to move out of the way. Magic now feeling it, double chop there, right across the tendons. Launches off the ropes, the rebound, or nails the drop kick. Magic is down, gets back to his feet. Johnny Kidd all over him, off the ropes again, takes the back of the elbow, and Magic looks to be out on his feet. Johnny Kidd was going for another drop kick, but Magic caught him. Boston Crab, ladies and gentlemen. That will put the pressure on the lower back, which is what Magic was working on. Johnny Kidd could be in a world of trouble right here now. Johnny Kidd fighting it, Magic really lurching back, and he got it. Ladies and gentlemen, Magic's technique was pure and simple. He worked on the lower back of Johnny Kidd. Johnny Kidd made one very rare mistake in his career, and it happened in this match. Magic was able to capitalize, and Magic now has his first win here on LDN. And how great is that? It happens in the first edition of LDN Capital TV.
These are dangerous days. We take you now to London.
There's not a lot to be said. As far as the match with Stone goes, we've wrestled before, he knows what the situation is. I've got a bad shoulder. I'm just...
I am your LDN Wrestling Champion. And if anybody's got a problem, I'm right here. Come and tell me.
My name is John David Bernard Bruno Chapman. He's the best. He's the best. He's number one. He's a tiger.
Here we go now. He's going up top. It could be do or die, all or nothing. Oh, but Ricky Hyde caught him. T-bone suplex. Caught him on the high angle there with the collision on the top of the head. And now it is Ricky Hyde who is climbing to the heavens, to the top of the mountain. Comes off with a Senton but misses. Somersault, Senton bomb, and it was a miss. And that was a mistake he could not afford to make. Oh, looks like he's going to set him up for the 8-second ride. And he hits. Drags him to the corner. And he's signaling up top once again. Last time he missed. Could this be the hit? There's a saying about going to the well once too often, but this could be his moment. Frog splash! There was the collision, there was the connection, there's the pinfall, but there's the save. And Jogresh is in. Jogresh is not happy. Driving those shoulders square into the abdominals. Oh, and the Welsh Assembly are all over him like flies on dough. Oh, look at that. Nice double team maneuver right there. JP Monroe, meanwhile, tangled up in the corner. And it looks like the Welsh Assembly could be taking home the victory. And Gabriel Gray's in the ring. Oh, and he hits his own team member in the head. I can tell that was a mistake. Oh, and Project Future are setting up from behind. Kick to the midsection, setting up for a suplex. Well, that's the wheelbarrow suit. Oh, I know this move. Ladies and gentlemen, Future Shock. That's it. They've hit the Future Shock. 1, 2, 3.
This is London. Is London. Is London.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following bout is for the British Cruiserweight Championship. Introducing first, to my left, the challenger, fighting out of the jungle. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the high-flying sensation, the Lion King! And ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent. He is a member of the Thrillers, and for the majority of 2009 has been the British Cruiserweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, your reigning and defending British Cruiserweight Champion, the star attraction, Mark Haskins! And ladies and gentlemen, your referee with his British Cruiserweight Championship bout, Mr. Chris Roberts.
Well, for the last time in 2009, we are live in Sittingbourne, where Martin Stone and the Cartel will later on defend IPW UK's honour against a team of invaders at the 5th annual Brawl at the Hall. Dave Stats Bradshaw here at ringside, ready to call the action for you. And what a way to start things off at tonight's show with this Cruiserweight Championship match, as the star attraction Mark Haskins defends against the Lion Kid. This mysterious newcomer only had one match so far in IPW. That was 3 weeks ago in Bognor Regis. The Lion Kid beating UK veteran Mark Sloan to earn this title shot. And Haskins with a pronounced smirk on his face, it has to be said, as we prepare for the start of this championship match. Perhaps he's thinking this is going to be an easy one. Lion Kid, as I said, is only his second match. Showed an almost cat-like agility to the Lion Kid in his debut. He can build on that early success. We could have a new champion here, and it wouldn't be the first time. Mark Haskins, the 1 week in 2009 when he hasn't been the Cruiserweight champion, is when he lost to another masked wrestler, the British Eagle, on his debut. The Lion Kid is taking the fight to Haskins in the early going onto the clothesline, goes the Kid and takes Haskins down. Gone for a cover, watches back, and it could have been a very early finish. Backside now, Lion Kid has surprised the champion and another 2 count. Haskins with a knee to the guts of the midsection of this youngster. Trying to slow this one down after that lightning fast start from the challenger. Handstands through and again high flying action. Backflip from the Lion Kid, again lands on his feet. Then some of that agility I was talking about. My God, this is a fast paced start. Exceptional action. Crowd here trying to get behind the Lion Kid. Wait, flips through. Crucifix pin. Only 2 again for the Lion Kid, but he's had all of the near falls in the early part of the match. And another. How many ways does he know to pin Haskins? My God. As I said at the start, Haskins been the Cruiserweight champion for all of this year, for almost 12 months in fact. The only time, as I said, was when he wasn't. He briefly lost the title to the British Eagle after perhaps underestimating him. Another high-flying youngster who we didn't know much about. He won the title back a week later. You would think Haskins would have learned from that experience, although judging by the cocky swagger he had on his way to the ring here, maybe he hasn't. Look at this from the Lion Kid, he's standing on his head. Kid lands, victory roll, shoulders are down for the champion, shoulders are down, only 2 again. Incredible agility. Now speaking to the Lion Kid before this one, Kid sent to the outside with a clothesline. Asking him where he learned of those high-flying moves, so he learned all that agility fleeing from stampeding wildebeest in the canyons of the Serengeti as a young cub. That might take away some of those 9 lives. Maybe one of them's gone there. Haskins dropping him hard on the ring apron and went down like a sack of potatoes. Haskins again pushing Lion Kid into the ring post. Referee Chris Roberts could have called for a disqualification there. Choosing to let this one flow. I'm sure Lion Kid would have won his championship opportunity to end on a disqualification. With a forearm to the face. said at the start about that big six-man elimination match coming up, the Brawl at the Hall, an IPW tradition. That'll be on later in the show, and also Leroy Kincaid, the new undisputed British heavyweight champion, making the first defence of his title. Though with Johnny Moss unable to get here thanks to the floods up north, still don't know who his opponent's going to be. Snap suplex from Haskins. This one could be over, and it's not. If you're wondering, incidentally, where my normal broadcast partner is today, Benny Lightning from, used to be famous from TV's Big Brother. I'm sure no one would know who he is anymore, but we got a message from today saying he's having a nose job, so he can't be. Hence I'm on my own in the commentary box, but more's the pity, eh? Anyway, another 2 count for Haskins. Hard knee into the back and wrenching the chin backwards of the Lion Kid, really applying the pressure between the shoulder blades. He's wrenching at the mask as well. Haskins is allowing this crowd to get to him a little as Lion Kid tries to fight his way to his feet. Manages to do so and chops to the champion's chest. Good showing again by this rookie. Haskins goes to the ropes, Lion Kid ducks, goes for a leapfrog, Haskins catches him. Haskins with a suplex, got the leg hooked. He's on to the back, will that be all? It's not. Again, Haskins just staying on top of his opponent. You can almost see the champion growing in confidence by the minute as he starts to take control of this bout. As ever, the crowd starting to get on the case of Haskins. Now, Haskins often accompanied by his manager, Gilligan Gordon. Gordon's not here tonight. And that's one benefit of having Gordon at ringside, is it deflects some of the crowd's hatred towards someone else, but he doesn't have that luxury here in Sittingbourne. We're told Gilligan Gordon is taking care of some business matters elsewhere. We can tell he thinks he's got this one won. He's taking time out to take a drink. Referee distracted. Haskins was choking the Lion Kid. I'm not sure the referee saw it. He was putting that bottle away. Kid is being choked out again, and this is a far cry from life in the plains of Africa where he grew up. Normally a very laid-back young man, because he lives by a philosophy that means he has no worries for the rest of his days. As Haskins sends Lion Kid into the corner, he may be worried at the moment. Back elbow from the champ. And you're starting to see, as much as I dislike the man, why he's known as the star attraction. Haskins, I was going to say he's taking control. Lion Kid fighting back. What's the kid going to try here? Leads to the outside. Lion Kid, oh my! A head scissors, excuse me, takes down Haskins into the middle of the ring, and this could be the chance that the Lion Kid needs to get back into this championship match. Some have told this kid it's too early in his career, he's too young, too inexperienced to be challenging for titles, but he just can't wait to be king. Haskins with a right hand, Lion Kid is reeling, but look at the fight in this kid. Gets full Nelson. Nips round and a German suplex. Oh my! He landed on his feet. And Lion Kid with a Hurricane Rana. He's hit the leg. New champion, no. How close was that? Once again, Kid rolls back. We've seen this pin earlier in the match. It only got 2 then, and Haskins this time reverses. Guys, non-stop action in the opener here at the Brawl at the Hall. Crucifix pin now by the Lion Kid. And again, the champion escapes. Haskins to the corner, Haskins to the apron, and a monkey flip. Haskins now saying the end is nigh, I think, as he goes to that standing moonsault. Nobody home. Lion Kid off the ropes. Springboard moonsault. A moonsault of his own. Will this be enough? Again, Haskins with half a second away from losing his championship, but he kicked out. Reverses the Irish whip. Gets that uppercut. Trying to stun the Lion Kid with that drop on the knee. Haskins got the Kid on his face. Maybe out cold and instinctively perhaps. It's got to be all it was, but the Lion Kid, undoubtedly the underdog here, is kicked out again. And maybe now, having been unable to beat him, Haskins maybe just starting to worry a little bit about his title reign here tonight. Been the champion, as I said, for almost a year, with just 1 week's interruption. Haskins goes for a super kick, Lion Kid ducks. Haskins ducks the kick, nips up, and a super kick. He gets him on the second time of asking. Haskins to the corner. Drop kick by the Lion Kid. The Lion is roaring in Sittingbourne. He charges at Haskins. Haskins tried to backdrop him. Look at the Lion Kid, still up there. Oh, and Haskins has got him. Cradle to the grave. The cradle to the grave. Pile driver. Rolls through. And only 2 again. My God, back and forth between the challenger and the champion for the cruiserweight title. Kid roars. Got him again. Into a leg grapevine. Haskins is struggling. Haskins is in trouble in the middle of the ring. Haskins, if he can't make the ropes, he'll have to tap. We could have a new champion. Look at Haskins writhing in pain. Can he make the ropes? My God, Haskins can only have seconds left to make it, or he'll have to give. Owen Haskins, with perhaps his last breath as champion, makes it to the bottom rope. God, what an effort. What an effort by this kid, the Lion Kid, challenging Mark Haskins, the star attraction. And now look, here comes the Kid. The Lion Kid, he tried to swing through. Haskins escaped. Leg sweep from the Kid. To the ropes again, and this time the Lion Kid over the top rope, and he lands hard on the Cruiserweight champion. My God, you talk about daredevil, talk about putting it all on the line to become the champion, to wear championship gold here in IPW. Kid is getting the crowd to clap along. I think it looks like he's going high. Haskins in a lot of trouble. Lion Kid, a moonsault, and nobody home again. Haskins says it's over, and he may be right this time. A skin cutter from Haskins. This has got to be all. What? I think the Lion Kid just kicked out of the skin cutter. What on earth did... Either my eyes just deceived me, or the Lion Kid just kicked out of Mark Haskins' trademark, the skin cutter. Haskins saying he's going for that cradle to the grave, the pile driver. He could break a neck with this move. Up goes the Kid. About to be dumped on his head if he's not careful. Kid's backed himself into the corner. In the middle rope and a big DDT. Haskins down. How has the Kid got this in him after that skin cutter? What an epic way to start our show in Sittingbourne, and we're still going. Lion Kid up high. Haskins is getting to his feet. Kid ends up on his feet as well. Haskins again will try for that cradle to the grave. Haskins. Wait! Lion Kid! Victory roll! Victory roll! And only two again. What's he going to take for one of these men to win this? Clothesline by Haskins. Now what? Haskins is positioning the Lion Kid on the top turnbuckle. What is he planning here? The Cruiserweight Champion, presumably trying for something special. He went for a skin cutter from the top, and the Lion Kid blocked it. The Kid blocked it. Haskins is down. The Kid is up high. Lion Kid, a shooting star press. Kid with the cover. Surely, yes. Love tonight in Sittingbourne for the new Cruiserweight Champion. On just the second match of his IPW career, the Lion Kid has won the Cruiserweight Championship at the Brawl at the Hall. My God, what a moment to start off the show. And you know what this means as well? This means the Thrillers in 2010 without any championship gold around their waist. They started the year with it all and they end with nothing, thanks to the new Cruiserweight Champion, the Lion Kid.
Doctor Who from the sound of the music.
Sounds grand.
Hello wrestling fans and welcome to a jam-packed Coventry Sky Dome for Pro Wrestling Noah's European Navigation 2008 show. The first time Pro Wrestling Noah, or any Japanese promotion for that matter, has come to our shores, and we're kicking off with a British six-man tag. I'm the Twisted Genius, Dean Ayres, alongside broadcast colleague for this evening, journalist and Japanese wrestling expert Mo Chatra. And Mo, it's great to have you here.
And it's great to be here, Dean. This is going to be one of the best nights of British wrestling, or wrestling in Britain, that we'll have ever seen. It's going to be an amazing night, that's for sure.
History indeed. Bubba Babalucha, El Ligero in the mask, Bubblegum in the shocking pink, and their partner Luke Dragon Phoenix. We haven't seen him for a while.
Yes, this promises to be quite an exciting. This promises to be quite an exciting match. All six guys are really amped up, working one of the biggest crowds they've ever competed again in front of. So this sure is going to be quite a night for all six individuals.
Definitely. History in the making tonight. So there
Ladies
you see.
and gentlemen, the following match is scheduled for 1 fall and is a 6-man tag team match. In the red corner, El Ligero and his tag team partner, Luke Phoenix. And the third partner, Bubblegum. And in the blue corner, Mark Haskins. And their tag team partner, Zack Sabre Jr. And the third partner, the human hate machine, Dave Morales.
Big Dave Morales. I swear he gets bigger every time I see him. The streamers are in already, Mo.
Well, yeah, that's right. I mean, it's not it's a bit of a cliche, but that's one chap I wouldn't want to bump into in a dark alley, that's for sure.
I wouldn't want to bump into him in a light alley, let alone a dark one. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with Japanese wrestling, can you just explain the meaning of the streamers?
Well, the streamers have been a feature of Japanese wrestling for a number of years now, and generally fans throw them into the ring to show their appreciation for the wrestlers competing. And generally the streamers are of a similar colour to the colours worn by wrestlers that are competing in the squared circle. And already we've seen some, and we're going to be seeing a lot more as the night goes on.
I should get into the streamer business.
Whoever's selling them has probably made quite a packet already.
So we're starting off with Zack Sabre Jr. in the blue and white, Luke Dragon Phoenix in the long red tights.
Now, for those that might not know too much about these two individuals, can you tell us a bit more about them, Dean?
Yeah, Luke Dragon Phoenix from the Midlands, from Birmingham way, an associate of Spud. They teamed up as the Dragon Hearts. They won, big kick. They won the IPW UK tag titles. And I think Zack Sabre's going to get the receipt. Yes, he is.
Wow.
Zack Sabre Jr., the current reigning NWA UK Junior Heavyweight Champion based out of Kent. And in comes the big man, Morales. He's teetering on the 20 stone mark now. This guy can bench press 400 pounds. He's a monster, a big guy, nowhere near his prime yet either. He's got years to come. Think how he's going to be in 5-10 years' time, and no chance for Phoenix on the body check there.
No, there was only going to be one winner there. It looks to be one winner, but no, a reversal.
He wriggled out of it, Mo.
And a cover. Not even a 1 count though. In comes in Ligero.
And what a moment for these wrestlers, all of them. This is the Noah ring. They've shipped their ring over from Japan. This is the authentic Noah experience. And there we go, Whirlybird all the way down. Morales somewhat disorientated.
El Ligero with the advantage, but it doesn't last for long.
Oh no. But that's what he had to do. He had to stick and move and use his speed. But that comes at a high price. That comes at a risk.
And we have our first chop of the evening, courtesy of Big Dave. We'll be seeing lots more of that.
In comes Mark Haskins, FWA Academy trained, a Mark Sloan product, a member of the Thrillers stable.